'Cause all that we need is a second to hold on, 'cause we are the strong ones. All that we need is a reason to fight on, 'cause we are the strong ones. Yeah, we are the strong ones. We are the strong ones. We are the strong ones. We are the strong ones.
Good morning, SK. I'm Nicole Cottrell, and welcome to Suns Out Day.
Where you dress in your favorite summer attire before stashing it away in your closet for next summer. Although, Nicole, I don't think you should wear those sunglasses on the show.
Right. On with the show. Parking for juniors is currently available, but not for forever, so please bring in all of your paperwork for your 2017-18 parking pass. All students, please make sure the commons are cleared out today after school by 2:15 so the SK staff can set up for a district event. Are you missing any items of yours? Please stop by the security office for lost items before it gets donated to charity after too long.
This Saturday, the junior class is selling donuts at the Chevron by Fred Meyer at 8 a.m. and will sell until they run out. One box is for $12 and 2 boxes is for $20. You do not want to miss out on some delicious donuts. Are you interested in AP Economics but didn't fit it on your schedule? Please contact Miss Blair for more information about having meetings once or twice a week before school for the year.
Maggie, guess what opens today?
Does it start with D and end with ECA? Because I am PUMP pumped.
I cannot wait to dive into the delicious, warm, soft cookies.
I've been daydreaming about Lobo Froyo all summer.
Well, I guess we're in luck because DECA opens today during lunches and will be selling froyo, cookies, smoothies, class t-shirts, and tons more. You won't want to miss it.
I agree. Rolling into the schedule of events. Today at home, ladies soccer scores goals against Olympia on our home turf. JV at 5:30 and varsity at 7:30, while C team plays at 4 at Marcus.
Men's tennis aces against Vashon at home at 3:30.
Ladies freshman volleyball spikes against Chief Kitsap at 5:45 in the SK gym.
Cross country heads to the SPSL course preview at 4 in Lakewood.
And lastly for today, men's and ladies golf swings against Olympia, ladies at Tumwater, and men's at Trophy Lake.
Tomorrow on the road, men's water polo heads to Auburn to play at 7 and at 8:20.
Ladies swim and dive heads to Rogers Aquatic Center for autumn relays.
And lastly, at home, come and support varsity football at 7 as they battle against Ferndale. The theme is USA, and you won't want to miss it. Continuing on with sports news, let's give some results from last night.
Men's water polo defeated Gig Harbor 7-5. Garrett Coffin was great in goal, stopping most of the shots sent his way.
Offensively, Lorenzo Cagoni scored 5 goals, and Andrew Johnson and Corey Stacy each scored 1.
JV fell short 2-14. Greg Hughes and Colin McGee each scored for the Wolves. Unfortunately, the speed of the Tides was too much for the young team.
Come support the boys next Tuesday when they are home against Bainbridge Island.
Lastly, for sports news, are you a wrestler and are planning on wrestling this year? Your pre-season meeting is today at 2:10 in Stage 3. If you can't make it, please see Coach Nass to see what you missed.
Baseball players, your conditioning is available Monday and Friday mornings in the weight room from 5:30 to 6:15. See Coach Logue for any further questions.
The weight room will be opening starting September 18th for after-school weights every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 2:30 to 4:30. This is an open invite for all athletes.
A good way to get involved here at SK is clubs. The clubs meeting today are Knowledgeable in Portable 3 right after school until 2:45.
Art Club will be meeting in room 264 until 4 p.m.
DECA will be meeting in room 261.
And tomorrow, Builders of Unity will be meeting in room 228.
Go out and join a club today.
Are you interested in learning ASL but don't know a lot of sign or any at all? No problem. ASL Club will be meeting every Monday and Wednesday in room 254, and everyone is welcome. Lastly, in club news, FCCLA will have their first meeting next Thursday, September 21st, immediately after school in Mrs. Nass's room. FCCLA is open to all those who are committed to helping others, as it is a community service-based club.
I don't know about you, Maggie, but I'm pretty stoked about the first pep assembly of the year tomorrow.
Me too, but we better let them know where they're sitting and what they'll be wearing.
Seniors, you will be at the bottom quarter of the stadium, decked out in white.
Juniors, you will be following them above that in maroon.
Sophomores will be above the juniors covered in gold.
And above the sophomores, closest to the school is freshmen wearing gray.
Make sure to come out and support SK and be dressed up in your class color.
Are you a sophomore or freshman interested in running for an office position?
Hello, underclassmen. Look at your ASP officers, then look at ours. Back to yours, now back to ours. Sadly, your ASP officers aren't ours, but they could be like ours if they went to the ASP office and picked up an election packet. Look down, look up. Where are we? You're at the PEP assembly with the ASP officers. Your ASP officers could be like. What's in your hand? Now back at me. What's that? I have it. It's the voter's ballot. Look again. It's the election packet you need to enter the election. Anything is possible when you get those signatures to run for the student elections. Look at me. I'm giving a speech.
Head to the ASB office to pick up your application today.
Before we head out today, we have a special guest to talk about safety. Good morning, Mr. Hogan.
Good morning. Good morning, SK. Hey, later today we'll be practicing our emergency evacuation procedures. We are required by the state fire code to conduct this drill within the first 10 days of school. With the weather turning wetter and colder next week, this seemed like a good day to meet this requirement. So be prepared to move to your gathering point outside the building. We have the building divided into 5 evacuation and reunion areas. The first one is the northwest grass area. Look for your classroom here. We're going to and see where you would go to if we had to evacuate the building. These are all the rooms that would go out to the northwest grass area. The next one is the front grass area. This would be our foreign language classes, stages 2 and 3. All the portables would move to this area. So take a look. If you're in one of those classes, this is where you would go. South parking lot is our third area. This is mostly our south building. Arts classes and all the shop classes would move out to the south parking lot. The southeast football field is the next area to go to. Again, look for your classroom. These are mostly, it looks like math and English classrooms that would be heading out to this area, science as well. And the last area is the northeast football field. And the classes that would head out there are some English and social studies and math and science classes as well. If you go to the football, we have wide gates that will be open. We have staff designated to open those gates. So don't go through the small little gates. Go through the big wide ones so you can get out onto the football field area and gather with your class. So that's what we're doing today.
So that makes sense, if it were to happen during class time, but what would happen if it were during passing or maybe lunch? If we have to evacuate the building during passing or lunch, you're going to want to evacuate through the nearest exit. And then once you're safely out of the building, you'll want to move to the area of the classroom where you just came from. So it's very important that you know where your class goes and where that rallying point is. Because if you do happen to be at lunch and you have to go, say you're in history class, you have to know where you have to go rally back to your history teacher. So that's important to know. So during a real fire drill, what if one of the exits is blocked off for some reason? If there's a blocked exit, then you're going to want to go to the next closest available exit, and again, then rally back to the point and where your classroom would meet, and then the teachers would be out there with the roll sheets to make sure we got everybody outside.
So can you give us a rundown of the drill?
Yeah, today's drill, what we expect for you to do is to exit the building quickly and safely. We want you to line up with your class for the roll in the designated area. And once rolls have been collected, the all clear bell will ring. So please be patient. It takes about 10 minutes to complete the roll and get all of our radio checks before we can sound the all clear bell. And we'll be doing this drill today at the beginning of 4th block. So we'll go to class, we'll take roll, and a few minutes after that, we'll start our drill.
Sounds good. Thank you for coming in today, Mr. Hogan.
Thanks for having me.
Well, that looks like all the news we have for you today.
Have a howling day, SK. Ow!